Hello, students. This is Miss Michaud, and here is some information that will help you with your net pay assignment number 4. Objectives. Students will be able to calculate gross pay, calculate and determine deductions such as FICA, Medicare, federal income tax, and state income tax. Students will be able to calculate total deductions and net pay. You have seen this before in other presentations, but here is an outline of the different payroll deductions that you're likely to see. FICA stands for Federal Insurance Contributions Act. It's another name for Social Security. Was created in 1935 under FDR, and the percentage withdrawn is 6.2%. Medicare is insurance for those that are retired. Was enacted in 1965, and 1.45% is withdrawn for Medicare. Federal income tax is something you need to look up online, and the amounts withdrawn for federal income tax are dependent upon your wages, your marital status, and the number of withholding allowance you claim. That is to say, withholding allowances is the number of people you are financially responsible for. State income tax is the same as federal income tax, except on the state level. And the amount withdrawn for health insurance depends upon the plan that you have and how much your employer is willing to pay. So here's the scenario. Assume that you earn an annual salary of $26,000, that you are single, claim one allowance, and are paid on a bi-weekly basis. First, list the 5 factors that influence net income. Those will be your payroll deductions, so you should list them down here on your handout. Then, fill out the below chart. Please show your work where appropriate. This is important so you can refer back to it later. Now, bi-weekly means every other week. Okay, so if there are 52 weeks in a year, you should divide that by 2, so you will get 26 paychecks in a year. Okay, let's get started in filling out the chart. The annual salary is $26,000, so please put that on line number 1. Now we need to figure out our bi-weekly gross pay, so that'll be our annual pay, $26,000 divided by 26. Because you are paid bi-weekly, and therefore your answer for number 2 should be 1,000. Next is FICA, which is worth 6.2%. That's the amount that's taken out. So you want to take your bi-weekly gross pay of 1,000 and multiply by 0.062. So the answer there is 62. And next will be Medicare. Do you remember the percent withdrawn for Medicare? That's 1.45%. So you want to take the same 1,000 and multiply it by 0.0145, and the amount will be $14.50. Please record this on your handout and also how to do this so you can refer back to it. Don't hesitate to take a screenshot of this or even just pause it as you work. Next, federal income tax we need to look up online. Okay, so we'll do that. So what you need to do is you need to query online, if you haven't bookmarked the site, Federal Withholding Tables 2021. We need to find the bi-weekly chart. Now again, this first link is the one you click on, publication 15T. And the bi-weekly chart is on page 11. So once this loads, you should scroll down to page 11. You'll notice at the top it says bi-weekly, right there. So you need to find the amount for single standard withholding which is this next to the last column, we need to find the intersection of that and the wages. Now remember, the wages is 1,000. So that is between 990 and 1,005. And the next to the last column is $54. So to see that here, this is easier to see. The 1,000 is right there. And the next to last column is 54. Please record this on your sheet. And next is we need to look up state income tax online. So again, you can go to your bookmark site. If you didn't, query Maine Withholding Tables 2021, Maine Revenue Service. We need to find the biweekly table. So that should be on page 10 once it loads. And again, this is portrait and the sheet itself is landscape, so we should rotate it. There we go. So this person claims one withholding allowance. These are the people that you're financially responsible for. And we need to find the intersection of that and $1,000. So 1,000 is at least 990, but less than 1010, so it's right in there. One withholding allowance is 27. That's the intersection. So it's $27. And you may be able to see it a little bit better on this. This is the same table, so 1,000 is there. And one withholding allowance is there. Okay, so we're doing well. So these are all of our deductions: FICA, Medicare, federal income tax, state income tax, and health insurance. So we need to add all of our deductions up. So take some time to do that. And you should get $305.65. Please record that on line 8. Next, we need to figure out our biweekly net pay. So remember, net pay is your gross pay minus your deductions. So it's going to be this $1,000 minus $305.65. And you should get $694.35. Please put that on line number 9. And the last step is the monthly net pay. We do monthly because that's how we create our budgets. It's on a monthly basis. So we want to take our biweekly net pay and multiply it by 2. And the reason for this is there's usually 4 weeks in a month. So let's assume week 1 you get paid, but week 2 you do not. Week 3 you get paid, week 4 you do not. So in most months, not all, but in most months you get paid twice. So that's why you want to take the $694.35 and multiply it by 2. You should get $1,388.70. Please put that on line number 10. And now we have just 2 questions. Oh, this is what it should look like when all is done. Okay. So make sure you have your chart filled out. At the bottom of the chart are 2 questions. Question 1, what amount should your budget be based on? So a budget should be based on your monthly net pay. Monthly because that is how often you pay your bills. Net pay because that is the actual amount of money you really have to work with. All right, here we go. Question 2, a little bit more math. I love math. In this example, what percent of your biweekly gross pay goes to payroll deductions? Please show your work. So this is in the example. So you want to take your total deductions and divide it by your biweekly gross pay. So look at your handout, show your work, so write down what you do so you'll remember. That's going to be $305.65. That's your total deductions. Your biweekly gross pay is $1,000. So when you divide, you should get 0.3056, which makes it 30.56%. And as I stated, you can expect to, lose about 23, 24 to 30% of your income through payroll deductions. So make sure you have this assignment completed and submit it. And I hope this helps you understand this a little bit better. If not, please reach out to me, okay? Thank you and have a great day.